Hey, good afternoon or morning or however it is that where you're at. This is Rodney with This Old Man's Workshop. And today I'm going to show you the basics of how easy VCarve Pro is to use. I've been using it in my shop to do some CNC routing, and just want to kind of give you a little video on how easy it is to use. VCarve people have made this a free trial version. It acts just like the regular one, only it will not post the G code file uh, for your machine, but you can do everything else with it. So let's just jump right in here and uh, do a little project. This, if you wanted to test your compatibility to your machine, you can. They do have some compatibility software, test software that you can use, some sample files. So I suggest using that before you actually buy it. All right, so we're going to go to create a new file, and it automatically brings us up in the job setup. Um, you get to choose single sided, double sided, or rotary. I'm going to do single sided for the day. The width is 12 inches. That's fine. By height of 7 inches, and we'll do that. That's fine. The thickness, we'll leave it at a half an inch. Um, then you'll need to tell it where you want the material, the Z0 position, which I typically use the material surface. If you wanted to keep your tool lengths a certain size, you'd use a machine bed, but I usually set mine on each material because you know how wood is. Some materials is thicker than others. And I know you're saying, oh no, a half inch is a half inch. Well, not really. There's a few thousand difference in almost everything. All right. Then you need to tell where the X0, Y0 is, or the origin, I like to call it. We'll come on down here um, to what type of material wood you're using. And this is basically for appearance only. Um, let's go with cherry, a dark cherry. All right. I'm going to hit OK. And that gives me my outside dimensions of 12 by 7. Okay, say I want to, I'll do a welcome sign. So I'm going to hit text, and I'm going to type in welcome, W. Uh, and then I can change the font here to all these different types of fonts that they have. Uh, it's quite a few of them. I'm just going to leave it on New Times Roman. I'm not going to do the bold or the italic. Um, you do alignment, left, center, or right. Let's do center. Center, you can look at it and tell the center is not exactly in the center. So let's, and then you can do the anchor. I be honest with you, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do my own thing. You can grab these little boxes here and make it bigger or smaller. You can also move it up or down so that you can get what you like. And I like to look at things and see how they look. Looking at that, I'm off just a little bit on that side. There we go. Eyeball it. All right. So I'm going to close that. Now, I mean, I've got several other options here. I could do circles and squares and rectangles, and if I want to draw, these are all your drawing tools right here. And then if you want to transform your project, like rotate it and things like that, that's where you'll do that at. Down here's where you'll edit it. You can trim it, join it, all that stuff. All that stuff is more advanced. We'll get into that later in another video. Here you can offset it and things like that, and that's more advanced also. And then down here you have your modeling, clip art, and layers. Just by curiosity, I was looking to see if there is any layer clip art with this files. I don't see no clip art with this, but that'll be another video. I'll show you how to bring clip art into it. Okay, so now that we got, I'm gonna move myself. I'm gonna move myself over on this side, and we'll do the toolpath. Okay, before we do the toolpath, we need to click on this to select it. We'll do a toolpath. To do letters, you've got several different options. I like this VCarve engraving toolpath, but you can also do an inlay and a quick engrave toolpath. And then there's also this one here. So I'm going to do the VCarve engraving toolpath. Here you get to choose whether you want flat depth or let it to engrave down into it. It depends on what you're going to do. If you're going to leave it plain, you would probably want to let it cut down into it, or if you want to paint it, looks really good, I would let it cut down into it. If you're going to fill this up with epoxy, I would do the flat cut. Okay, I'm going to select my tool. We got several different tools here. I'm going to go with a VCarve 60-degree 1/2 inch bit. Okay. And then I will come down here to, you can use clearance and stuff like that if you've got clamps and things, but I don't. So I'm going to come on down here to calculate. You can also change the name of it, of the file, or the name of this tool section. And you can see it come up, welcome. I'm going to do a preview. And I'm going to tilt this. And look how nice that is. See how deep that goes down in there? That's good. You could pour epoxy in there. I've done that. It just takes more epoxy, is all. A little bit more. So now I got this like I want it. I can run I can do a summary here. It's going to take me 15 minutes to machine this section out, or this part of it out. Okay. What we just done was the preview. The tile toolpath, we'll get in that later. Great job setup. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Didn't do anything. We'll do that later. Now here's the part saved in the toolpath. You guys select your post processor, which these are all the different machines that it comes with. Mine is a Linux and inch. I got inch or metric. I'm going to do inch. And of course, it says, sorry, this trial version of the software can only save toolpaths for data from the supplied tutorial files. Please load an unmodified tutorial file to test machine output. So there you'd have to go get one of theirs, that. And I'm just showing you my the basics of this here. But if this had been the real version, and I'll probably use that too in some later videos, you would click Save Toolpath, and that would save the G-code file for this operation right here. Okay. We'll get into some of these others too later on, and I'll show you some other toolpaths that I've done. All right, so that ends this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop me down at the bottom. Please be nice. And thank you.